Nobody snatch a shit off my face. Nigga, I'm from Columbus. Fuck is you talking about? Ohio, bitch.
Came off the bench on the block, Tim Duncan. Thugging and skimming, we trapping and punching. I got some wins, look famous in public. They all in that group chat, but never in person. Let them come show me it's over, it's curtain. I'm out in Texas, been chasing my purpose. Moving and grooving, I'm swinging this bucket. Raw like some Lucy, I know how she want it. Checks in the morning, she nasty, I'm ugly. Thumb in the button, my dick in the belly.
Peace. Yeah, you know it's Mr. Pringles the Barber, aka Alwayzkuttn's head honcho. I am him, not them. I am him, not them. So you know we had October Jones, man. Y'all can't never miss out on October Jones. Y'all can go follow him at the OJ Experience on Instagram. You know it's late. It ain't late for me, but it's late for my guy. My guy, you know, I'm gonna call him my better half right now. I gotta get Case's you know, Case face always popping up on the motherfucking screen, so I gotta find him a spot for when he joining in. Tonight we want to be speaking. We're gonna be speaking about, you know, tonight this is FISHSCALE Fridays, man. This ain't got nothing to do with no selling no drugs, man. It's just a dope conversation, man. Dope discussion. I haven't had the time to tap in to speak about the Alabama brawl and all that shit. However, me and my guy, we're gonna go in and speak about, give our perception on how we feel about it. I mean, we might agree and we might not. However, we about to find out. So, coming into the building, man, we got Case Cuts, man. Case Cuts, man. I'm about to go ahead and add him in here, man. Bada bing, bada bang, get some change, man.
We in here, man.
Yeah. You know, it's past his bedtime, man. Y'all got, you know. So it's great to have the guy in the building, man, for him to be up at this time, man. It's like club hours for him and shit, you know. But it's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. How you doing today, Case, man? How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm, you know, I'm a regular 1-2, man. You already know. I work early. That's what they don't get. I get up early to go to work.
Yeah,
I'm a barber, but I ain't one of them barbers that start at 12.
Yeah, I ain't one of I don't think barbers start at 12 unless they just ain't got yeah, I don't start at no 12.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
I started at 12 when I first started, though. When I first started and I didn't do my transitioning yet, and I was still dibbling and dabbling, I did start at 12 then.
I be trying to get shit out the way. I need my day. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Whatever.
Yeah, you know. So, you know, everybody got their view and everybody been going in, tapping in on this Alabama brawl. I'm gonna say this. I just don't feel that we are one up. Like, I don't even think that this should have been the event that was highlighted. I'm gonna say that. Because if there was no social media and all that and everybody couldn't see what was taking place, I don't think this would be one of those things that they would be highlighting, putting on CNN and all that shit. I think in the future it's gonna cause a situation. And like we spoke earlier this week, I don't think that we're really prepared to be going to war as people may think that we are. How do you feel?
I can understand why people feel how they feel because we so used to the situation going the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand to a certain point why they feel the way they feel. But let's not get carried away. And let's stay focused on what we really need to do and what really need to happen. And in our communities and just within ourselves with our mental health, things like that. History does show that small incidents like this can turn into something else.
Exactly.
Real quick. And I just question: Are we? I mean, are people really that oblivious to believe that we are ready as a people for that something else? I don't think so.
I mean, that's what I'm saying about the whole.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, putting it out there like that. No, I understand how people also can feel like, you know, everybody's a highlighted event for us. It's like, okay, we scored. However, that sometimes that can wake up the wrong side of people. People thinking
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like I said, history
yeah,
shows that small incidents like this can turn into something else, bigger, real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it already started too. I think it was a dude out in Detroit. He smacked the dude and smacked the white dude in the head with the chair.
Yeah. So
Like,
how long do y'all think this chair smacking gonna go on before we see 20 niggas hung up from
you right.
trees? And you
Hey,
know what I mean? How long
yeah.
y'all really think? And what I'm saying, I don't care about the guns your uncles got and all of that. Like, we ain't got enough. Know what I'm saying? I don't know none of our people who manufacture weapons. All the weapons and stuff that we get from them. I don't know any people of our people that have water systems in place, or you know what I'm saying? We depend on them way too much to be
Going against anybody right
talking
now.
about some war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are far, far, far too much dependent.
And
So,
not even just dependent. You gotta also look at this too. Like, we haven't even completed the war against ourselves yet. We still dealing with that war. So it's like,
no, and no, I mean, and to be fair, no people they have their own problems within themselves, and so does every other culture. We
go ahead.
just have too many. Like I said, we have too many where we're totally almost, I mean, I want to say 100% dependent on other people. Other
I'm
cultures aren't so much dependent on other people for everything. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying, as far as it goes, as far as, you know, everybody got their war against their own culture, their own race, or whatever. Everybody, you know, white people kill white people, black people kill black people, Asian people kill. Okay, that's understood. But what I'm really speaking on, they unite way faster than we do. And when you hear a dude say, "Man, I got mine, I keep mine," yeah, he ain't really referring to him keeping his for anybody else but his own kind.
I totally understand that. And also, not to mention that they are the majority. They are a majority. So even the percentage of them that understand our story and that will ride with us, that still ain't enough.
You're right.
And it never has been. I mean, historically, it never has been. You know, I feel like one of the things is that we need to start building relationships with our people outside of this country, within this country first,
I agree
and then outside of this country.
Within this country,
Outside of this country, we are the majority, but
yeah,
there's a rift between, you know what I mean? They created that separatism, and sometimes we create our own separatism between us and them. So that's what's crazy is every other culture, Mexicans, Asians, they can all go home. They can all go home. They can all pick up the phone and get in contact with their people elsewhere, abroad. We can't. We can't, nor do we. Nor do we try.
So,
I mean,
so where would you say? So you would be saying we are, our place would be Africa, correct? That's what you would say.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, and I mean, for sure. That's what any melanated people, that's where they come from, whether they're in England, Russia, wherever they at. That's I mean, that's home base.
And the only reason I say that because I was listening to, you know, Yaki. I was listening to Yaki, and he was saying something about he basically was like, I'm not from Africa, I'm from here because I'm as far as Indian based. Like so it goes back to the perception.
I like Yaki, but if he said that,
I
that
mean,
don't sound right to me neither.
Yaki said that. Yaki
What do
said,
you think? What do you think? What do you think Indians are?
yeah, and Yaki
They
said,
Africans, bro.
Yaki basically said we had this land first and we was here. This is
They
what we were.
Africans, bro. Yeah, we had
Mm-hmm.
and if we go back to had, that was thousands of years ago. So we haven't had it. I mean,
I'm gonna see if I can
that's
pull that up too.
what they say. Be the same old. I forget how the quote go, man. But that's like a Al Bundy story. We want to talk about what we done, but then what are we doing now? What are we doing now? And I honestly believe that we need to build. I mean, our people need to build those race relations and gap those bridges with our people abroad. We definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
We way stronger together. What we is now. I mean, I had to break myself out of that. That type of talk. These Africans. No, we African, bro. I mean, we born over here. All of that. I get all of that. It's a different culture. You know what I mean? But that don't mean that you don't tap back. If I'm a Jamaican born in America, does that mean that I don't tap back in with my people in Jamaica because I'm born in America and that's, you know what I mean? No, if anything, I want to know my culture.
You want to
I
know
want to
where
know
you go back where you derive from, where
exactly.
ancestors.
I want to know where I come from. Even if I don't go back there and live amongst those people, I want to have a relationship with them because I mean, there will always be a part of me that doesn't know myself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel anyway. So, I mean, that's one thing.
And it's to the point where you like, I mean, I could say I could see where he was standing on it too, in a sense, because in some places and some people, how Africans view us, we're not African.
Yeah, but who created that? Who created that? We didn't create that. It was a middleman who created that and still is creating that rift because they understand exactly what I'm telling you, that if we put that nonsense to the side and form relationships, that we more powerful than ever. So we got to keep that separatism going, and that's between us and any other melanated people. That's what us and any other melanated people, we should be forming those relationships, but they try to keep us separate.
Yeah, as long as
do
they
that,
keep
they
us
do that for a
divided,
reason. Yeah,
because they keep us divided.
it's a field
That
nigga,
goes
house nigga mentality
okay.
thing.
Okay, you're right, and it goes back to what we were saying at the beginning. We have war amongst our own culture first, so we don't need to be picking a fight with nobody else until we can get our own shit together. That's like being out the school. You got dude tell you to meet him out the school. You need to be focused on who you meeting out the school. You don't need to be focused on everybody else. You got too many fights.
If you feel like going to war, if you feel like doing that, then be ready to die in your sword. Be ready to go out in the blaze of glory there. Know what I'm saying?
Nobody's ready to do that at this time.
I mean, we do that. We basically commit suicide.
Yeah.
To me,
we commit suicide.
Which, I mean, a lot of people choose that. A lot of people choose that, whether they're going against the police or whatever. They choose to go out on a sword. You know what I mean?
Right.
They find honor in that. I'm more of a militant strategist. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to
I'd rather
survive.
use
You trying to survive.
strategy.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm trying to get. I mean, exactly.
I heard 19 Keys talking about it. He was like, you got revolutionary suicide, and it was something else suicide, to where revolutionary suicide would be somebody dying on the sword, basically standing for something. And
right.
Yeah. Now, the other way would be them applying enough pressure to where you run the total opposite way and end up killing yourself anyway, but you never stood for nothing. You ran away and got killed.
Right, coward,
basically.
Like,
so today, like I was speaking about, why can't we stand up? Why we don't stand up to the police in the same way? And you know, I talked to a couple clients and asked them, and you know, people like, well, they got weapons. Well, I was like, well, you know, in a sense, I ain't gonna say all people, but it seems like we had a lot more courage back in the day than we do today. It was a lot of people that still stood.
Even those people, I feel like they were willing to die on their sword. They was willing to go out honorably.
That's what I'm saying. Back then. Today ain't nobody trying to go out for nobody. No.
I think what people fail to understand, from my point of view anyway, and everybody don't gotta agree with this, is that this can't be a physical war that we fight. It has to be a mental war. It has to be a strategical war. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, looking at places like China, Russia, places that this country has beef with, that of course black people didn't create. We ain't never created no beef, but even those people in those countries are focusing on more of a mental strategic war. They're not trying to line up and go fight. No, we're gonna attack you. Cyber wars. We're gonna, you know what I mean?
We're gonna hit your food.
Right. It's more mental. It's not no. Ain't nobody
they
are
so now that you say that, when you in that sense, they already at war with us anyway, because they already got the food that's basically directed to us, that is affecting us, that we're not even paying attention. That shit that we don't even see.
I mean, that too, but in that lane too, we got our own people. See, this country, it profits off of keeping people sick and unhealthy. So that this country don't mind that either. If it is them, they don't mind that, because the number one import export in America is what?
Number one import export in America.
Yeah, other countries got coffee, some got gold, some got. The number one import export in America is drugs. Drugs, yeah. Both legal and illegal drugs. So this country stays rich off of keeping you sick and keeping you buying the drugs. Think about it. What's the most booming career field right now? Booming.
With the pharmaceutical career field?
I think it's number one, healthcare, period. Healthcare is the number one booming industry and career field in this country right now, because people are sick, and they keep people sick, and they get rich and wealthy off of people being sick. You got to think, prior to 9/11, you could almost walk into this country, right?
Yeah.
So how were we never like China or countries like that are overpopulated? We never get overpopulated because we keep people dying. We keep famine going. Famine is just as strong as any atomic bomb. Keeping people sick, dying, dropping. And that's what's going on. You know what I mean? And it's going to keep going on because, like I said, we don't control anything.
When I'm looking at this right here, African Americans, black people got the lowest life expectancy.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was back when I was going back to the food part.
Because that's part of it. Also, it's poverty. It's living conditions. It's also, like I said, the living conditions that we live in, whether it be the neighborhood and communities, you take opportunities from a people, equal opportunities from a people, and you put them amongst one another in poverty, impoverished. And I challenge you to take any group of people, whether it be Mexicans, brown, yellow, red, whatever group of people, and you put them in these same conditions, and you will get the same results.
That's what I was saying. As far as we're already in a war, we just not paying attention to it, to where it's not a physical war. Yeah, we already.
I mean,
everything's already directed to us.
As a people, we focus. I feel, in my own opinion, as I'll keep saying that, I feel like we just focus on bullshit. We focus on everything is the party. Everything is the kicking it, the party, the TV show, the whatever they can put in front of us to keep us distracted from doing what we really need to be doing. I always use this analogy. If we had a wall built up, let's say a 30-foot wall, and on one side was the enemy, and on the other side was us, and where them get prepared for us, when do we find time to get prepared? If we steadily focused on them, or our attention is diverted, when are we preparing?
we ain't prepared.
We're not.
That's the distraction.
We're not, and that's why I keep telling people we not really even prepared for that type of smoke that everybody is running around talking about because of a fist fight. I mean, people really sound like the dude who went to jail, went to prison, and lifted some weights and coming out and doing all that barking, and we ain't even fighting out here no more. We'll shoot your big ass.
See, it's crazy because we ain't prepared, and the way that they will retaliate is like you said before. We can't win against the police. We don't win in no situation. Period. Like they get us silently, like you said. Bodies.
We are speaking on a diabolical people by nature. Sorry if that sounds racist or whatever you want to call it. I can never be a racist because we can get into that later. I can explain why I can never be a racist. But to some people it can sound racist, whatever. But the world has never seen any culture of people as diabolical as these people. And when I say diabolical, I say diabolical meaning sick to the point where they do things that we wouldn't fathom, that we wouldn't imagine, that we don't even have the stomach for. You see what I'm saying?
Like eat a motherfucker.
Go in history. Just see some of the things they was doing, man.
Yeah, you right about that.
Feeding babies, using black babies as alligator bait. Just think of some of the shit. We not thinking about that.
No, we ain't thinking.
It's no black people sitting around thinking about cutting people's heads open and experimenting on their brains and doing this to groups of people and taking their women and experimenting on them and doing things with their reproductive organs. And these is diabolical people. Y'all is not ready for that type of warfare.
No, they ain't. And because, another thing, I was doing some research as far as, that melanin is more valuable than gold. They got a thing to where they show how to extract melanin, how to get melanin out of you. So they said like 185-pound man is worth $40 million.
That goes back to that these are a diabolical people. They are also people who thrive off of survival. See, we never if we had to go back to Africa, we never had to worry about surviving because we had everything we needed there. These are people who have been struggling to survive on this planet since conception. So, of course, they're going to do experiments on us and take us and try to figure out how to extract melanin, and because they are trying to stay alive. They are trying to survive. They live from a place of survival, and they are willing to do anything to survive, even if it's destroying a whole nother race of people. We don't go back, and we don't have history where we were ever like that. Ever. But I digress. I'm gonna let people feel how they want to. I'm not. There's not a dumb movement that I'm joining. If something is not strategic, has planning, then nah, I don't want to be a part of it. I go do my own thing.
Let's check this shit out.
He's the teenager being hailed a hero for swimming to the rescue in the midst of that ugly riverfront brawl.
That boy swimming his over out.
The teen leaps off a riverboat after seeing his coworker being beaten on the dock. The 16-year-old is now being dubbed a real-life Aquaman. On social media, he is a sensation.
The guy that jumped in the water to help, they're now calling him Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps. I heard Michael B. Phelps.
A family spokesperson praises him as showcasing courage beyond his years. Video of the riverfront rumble is being seen around the world, and we're learning more today about how it all started and why it erupted into a pitched battle with racial overtones. Passengers on this riverboat were getting ready to go ashore after an evening cruise in Montgomery, Alabama. That's the first mate who's gone ashore to remove a pontoon boat blocking the riverboat's dock.
You hear the captain over the PA system suddenly say, "Black pontoon boat, move your boat."
Krista Owen shot this video as the first mate tried to persuade a group of men to move their boat. That's when one knucklehead attacks him. And you can see him toss his hat away as he gets ready to fight back. But within seconds, he is hopelessly outnumbered and is taking a brutal beating. What were you thinking when all of a sudden you see the first punch being thrown?
It was breaking my heart, and all of us, of course. Now we're like, I can't believe we have to watch.
This is what I don't want people to misunderstand. I don't want people to misunderstand that or think for 1 second that if I were there, that I wouldn't have done the same thing. But what I would do is watch every one of those people closely. Those people still live in Alabama. And if you think that people on the other side aren't watching this and planning strategically, diabolical things
because when that word hate is they really hate that color. Man, so you're right. They sitting back like, oh yeah.
Man, listen, if y'all think that them people ain't in their window looking out the curtain every night or jumping at every little creek or sound, y'all crazy. Please. They better have protection. And the thing about it, they in Alabama, so they really ain't protected by the police. Nobody. We've been through this before.
Yeah.
And all of that, man. They not, man. I'm just saying, man.
So what? Another question is, we spoke about this. You know, I got a son, and I'm just trying to see. My guy earlier was like, man, I would beat my son ass if he jumped off that damn boat to swim over there. Look, I'm gonna say this. The 16-year-old actually was the only one that was really putting the most work into me. When I actually watched the video, but I still wouldn't want my son jumping off the boat going over there like that, because he came out on top of the situation, but he could have went over there. There could have been a whole different situation. So say somebody actually had a gun in that situation.
In the midst of, I can understand the adrenaline pumping and all of that. I can understand why he did do it. Obviously, all of those people, they all work together. So he was going to help his coworker. I didn't know it was a coworker earlier. I thought he was just somebody. Yeah, they was all coworkers. Yeah, all of them people was. That's why when the boat docked, you seen all them black people get off of the boat and like, let's get it once that boat docked. You know what I'm saying? They all work together. And it was even the actual the white captain, he got into it too. He was out there fighting. He was the actual captain of the boat. So you know what I'm saying? I can understand the adrenaline pumping. I can understand, and like I said, if I were there, I probably would have done it too.
Everybody would have helped. Yeah.
Afterwards, I would be considering the repercussions also. So I would have to move different or move, period. But that's the thing too. You can't hide from them people.
I don't even think, honestly, I don't even think that would even took place. If the only reason that really took place is because them white dudes felt like they was dealing with an older black man and they had one up. They wouldn't have did that to no young dudes. If it was a group of young black dudes there, that wouldn't have happened the same way.
I don't know. You don't. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what if they was.
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell.
They was coked up. We don't know if they was. You know what I mean? At that point in time, we don't know what they was on.
Let me tell you this.
Roided it up.
Usually when people see somebody else, what happens to somebody else, it's gonna slow their ass down. That damn kick punch shit that he ran into him with, if somebody would have did what they were supposed to him, that would have made other people like, oh no, I'm not about to do that. That's why I'm saying if it was younger dudes, that was an older black man.
I think they did get. I think at some point they did, but they was too deep.
It was too far gone by then.
Like they was trying to run. They was trying to. Even when the black people confronted them on the boat, they was trying to get up out of there. They was trying to start them.
What about the dude, the chair shit? This is the only thing about the chair shit that had me going.
Nah, I get it.
Hold up. When he smacked the lady in the head while she was on the ground.
Listen, bro. When I black out, I don't give a fuck neither.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck.
Smacked the lady in the head with the chair, man.
Man,
hey, that chair had a mind of his own at that time.
They done worse to us. We done seen black women beat up, all type of stuff. So that in the midst of that, I don't care. Anybody could have got it. Babies, everybody could have got it, bro. Yeah. Once I black out like that, like it's a wrap. Everybody getting it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what he said though. They done an interview with the dude who hit her with the chair.
And what'd he say?
And he said he blacked out.
I mean, it's obvious he blacked out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious. Now
everybody out there playing with these chairs and getting into it with white people and going and all of these videos surfacing, man, y'all better quit playing or y'all better be real careful. Y'all better play with
something. What's about to happen is you about to see some white people trying to hit some black people with some chairs. But I'm gonna tell you one thing about this chair thing.
They gonna come crazy. They gonna come crazy.
Yeah. With this chair shit, I'm gonna let y'all know something about the chair. It takes too much time for you to reload the chair. Once you swing the chair, by the time you got to pull that motherfucker back up to reload it, somebody supposed to be on. Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad. Shot. Yeah. And you ain't got to be shot. You're gonna get your ass beat. Once you swing that chair at me, that chair goes down.
Yeah, you got one shot.
You got one shot. That chair better land. That's all you got.
It better knock me out.
It better, yeah. That chair better do what it's supposed to do. But you know,
I get him. Even when he hit her with it, like you could see he throw it off. Like, you know what I mean? It was just that get up off me. You know what I mean?
He was hitting the other dude first, and he just happened to walk over there, and she was on the ground, and he was already in chair mode.
Oh no, bro! I just hope that
the repercussions.
I hope everybody stays safe, man.
That's the best.
I hope everybody stay safe. And personally, I'm not interested in no race war. And if we gonna have one, let's do it.
Man, you gotta do that shit. Yeah.
Let's do it with this, bro.
I'm gonna say that, man. Go ahead.
Because them high points y'all got at home is not gonna work.
What the fuck?
we talking about the people, bro. They kids got rifles and hunting license and at 6 years old and shit like that, bro. And it's sharp.
They know how to shoot. Bro. They know how to shoot.
Yeah, bro. Like, why is y'all playing like y'all? We talking about these people go out when you going out and going to the mall and going to get the J's, they going to Vance's. They going to the ammo store. They keep it on deck. They know how to make their own ammo. These are, I mean, go to the National Guard auctions. These people was buying tanks and all type of stuff. During the pandemic, I mean, we just happened to be in Ohio for anybody watching this, but during the pandemic, I drove to Lancaster to get ammo because they were the only one who had it. When I drove to Lancaster, I saw dudes in the middle of the street riding tanks in 5-ton trucks in camo, military vehicles. We not ready.
No, we ain't ready. We ain't ready for one. When you look at what we doing, we out here, when you hear the stories about us against us, it's too many innocent bystanders getting shot. Nobody knows how to shoot, so we wasting ammo. They're not wasting ammo. When they're shooting, they hitting. So that means that their ammo gonna last longer. They got more ammo anyway.
Even in Ohio, and correct me if the numbers is off a little, but I saw that white Americans in Ohio make up 74.7% of the population.
74%.
Black people make up 12.4%.
Oh my goodness.
And the rest is brown, yellow, red people. Are y'all kidding me? Are y'all kidding me, man? That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny. Even let's go with the voting thing, right? Because I always see African Americans blame other African Americans when things don't go their way at the polls. And you got to think, in Ohio, even if you take 25% of the white population and they vote with the black people, we still wouldn't have enough to win. Mm-hmm. Because we are the minority. We are the minority. So the only ability that we have is to swing a vote. If the vote is tight on their end, we had the ability to go to one side and maybe help push them through. But as far as just outright voting, come on. I think people talk, well, I know that people talk from a place of emotion and not from a place of facts. You know what I mean? I understand all that we've been through as a people and the mental health and all of that, but we speak a lot from places of emotion and not from places of fact. That's actually a female trait, like a motherfucker. But you know what I mean? A lot of things that I've been seeing on this subject and all of that just ain't logical.
Nope.
Not logical. The numbers don't add up. They don't at all. They don't at all. That would be like me and you, we get a group of guys and we start attacking young white guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they come back, we do not stand a motherfucking chance in hell. When they come back with all their people. We don't. We'll just be outnumbered like a motherfucker. Like, and at that point, like I said, you have to be willing to die on your sword or go out in a blaze of glory.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they're not willing.
I said again, you gotta beat them mentally, bro. This is strategic, man. You gotta beat them with logic. Not to mention, we have to use the only weapon that we have as a people.
It's our mind.
And we only have one.
Mm-hmm.
No, we have one. It's not the mind. But we have one. We have a red button, bro. Like the president got the atomic bomb, the red button. We got a red button.
That's a nuke button.
We just ain't even. Well, yeah, we got a nuke button. We just ain't even. We're not together enough to even use it how we should be.
Mm-hmm.
And the red button is the black dollar, bro. We
That
power the economy. We power the economy not only for the United States, but the entire world. The entire world. But if me and you get on this podcast, and let's say we had 8 trillion viewers, we can enter the home through this podcast of every African American home, and we said tomorrow, don't shop at Walmart. Just one day. They wouldn't even do it, bro.
It wouldn't work.
Understand? Do you understand the power in that? If we just said one day, black people don't shop at Walmart. Nigga, every other company in this world to be knocking on our door. What can we do? What do we have to do for them not to do it to us? Do you know how much money will be lost? And not that they don't have money or it would drive them broke or anything, because let's just be honest, they paid for the rest of their life. Know what I'm saying? But it's beyond money with them at this point. It's power and control. So when they understand that, whoa, they came together for that, and we know we didn't have power over it. We couldn't even convince a couple of them not to do it. Oh, hell no, because they understand that small things like that can turn into bigger things. Just like we understand that small incident in Alabama can turn into some way bigger shit.
No, we understand, me and you understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
what I'm referring to.
Because a lot of people don't understand that. They just look at it for the moment.
Like I said, bro.
Imagine
we how many months away from Christmas? We about 5 what? About 4 or 5 months. Imagine we sent out an APB and we said, don't nobody go shop Christmas shopping.
That shit ain't gonna work.
I know that, but I'm just saying, imagine if that happened. That is our red button, bro. We were brought here. We were brought to this country for money. We were freed from slavery, so-called, for money. We were brought out of segregation for money. And we are still here for money. So at the point that we stop giving them our money, cheap labor, etc., we are no longer any good to them.
What do you think?
And they would collapse. And that's why it tickles me every time I hear a white person say, go back to Africa. That's not really what y'all want.
No, they don't want that, because
that's the last thing y'all want.
Yeah.
We the only ones buying shit. How long do $1 circulate in the black community? In the black economic system, if there even is one?
It's like a few seconds.
Less.
It's like a second.
Damn near less than a second.
Yeah, it's like a second.
Yeah, so we don't, that's our red button, and that's our biggest flaw.
But it ain't even that. I can say it is our biggest flaw, but it's more of the fact that we just brainwashed.
Yeah, most definitely. But that's what I'm saying, though. And they do everything to keep us brainwashed because they know how powerful that is.
Mm-hmm. We only got one.
Asians in this country have their own economic system. Jews have their own economic system. Mexicans have their own economic system. Every other culture has their own economic system, even in small communities. You see that they go off, they're segregated in their little corners or whatever, and they work the hell out of it, and they work with each other, and they spend with each other. We are the only people on this planet who don't do it.
We so far behind. We so
sorry,
far
not sorry. Somebody tell me when I'm wrong.
Nobody can't tell you that.
You can watch this and tap in, and I like to hear their rebuttals, excuses, whatever. But I feel as though what I'm saying is factual, and I don't think that facts are ever up for debate.
You know, at the end of the day, we won't even see a change in our lifetime. In the lifetime that we hear, and probably even my son's lifetime.
I don't count on it.
It's
not
so
to mention, look at the way these kids are being raised. I mean, you can look at them now. You can look at them now, and it ain't it. It ain't it. If something don't change, you got to think. Most of our kids that will be the next generation, they are already of a certain age, and you can look at them and see that they ain't ready. Maybe it's the ones after it. Maybe it's your son. You know what I mean? The 2s, the 3s. You know what I mean? Maybe it's them. The ones who are now 10 and up. Nah, cuz.
Look, we was watching a Joe Rogan show. We was watching a Joe Rogan show the other day. And it was 3 white dudes and a black dude. When you look at the show and you see how the black dudes dress and the white dudes dress, it's totally different. Everything that they do, we completely brainwashed to the point where it goes back to eating the food. You can know that's bad for you, but I can say that I'm a victim of it.
I was just about to say, I ain't gonna act holy.
Yeah, I do it too, even with the clothes. But what I'm saying is about the clothes, dude. The black dude, his outfit costs probably about a band. Joe Rogan, damn near almost a billionaire. His outfit costs probably about $27. So they got us so hyped up on image. They're not even. Our mindset is totally different from theirs.
Listen, they are the only ones. I say this all the time. I don't celebrate holidays. I celebrate my birthday. That's the only thing I do know to be true, unless my mom and daddy lying to me. But they have the right to celebrate Christmas because they celebrating it with our money. When you come up, when you hit a lick, you can afford to go spend that. Know what I mean? And play with that. We can't afford it.
Yeah.
Why are we can't afford Christmas?
You damn right, because Christmas.
And I would say that anybody, listen, I get it. I get what y'all, I get all the religious reasons y'all got for celebrating Christmas and these different holidays and blah, blah, blah. If you celebrate Christmas and any of these other, what I would consider pagan holidays, idol worshiping holidays, if you celebrate those holidays and your child becomes a teenager and doesn't have an 800 credit score, has to go and finance education, has to go and finance a vehicle, etc., you have failed them financially. You have failed them financially. Think of those thousands over the years from age 1 to 18 that you spend on Christmas, Thanksgiving, and things like that. Think if you invested that money. Think if you put those money in accounts that have that gain interest. Think how much money and financial freedom you would be setting them up for by the time they reach adulthood. So if you celebrate those holidays and your children have to go and ask Uncle Sam, a white man, for money, you failed them financially. Flatly.
And that's going to go back to what I was saying about the image, because most people, even though they know the right way, it's more being concerned about the integrity and the image of what people going to think on the outside.
Oh yeah, I see people throw their small children elaborate ass birthday parties and baby showers and all types of stuff. And when you look at the parties, it's all adults there. alcohol and they showing off for other adults, it turns into being nothing about the child, but about you and perception and how you want other people to view you.
Yep. That's what it's about. It's all about what other people think.
People literally get online and brag about feeding their kids and clothing them.
They fucking what the fuck?
Am I lying?
Nah, you dead serious.
Am I lying?
What you gotta think though, like
people get online and brag about doing shit that you're supposed to do.
Look, but before it was even social media for them to do that, it was still a situation. This social media thing has just took everything to the 100.
Yeah, it put everything under a microscope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He put a 10 on that.
And that's one thing I know about. Well, I know for sure about social media is that when you put something on there, you're opening yourself up to judgment and analyzation. You're opening yourself up to that. You ever see somebody get on social media and they tell all their business, and then when somebody gives an opinion about it, they say, "Why the fuck you in my business?" You just gave it to the world.
I'm gonna tell you a trick to this, right? A lot of people be putting a lot of stuff on social media and stuff that you probably should just keep to yourself, because sometimes
no,
yeah.
bro. Because they rather instead of using the extra money to pay for therapy, they rather run to social media as their therapist.
Yeah. And people
I see unimaginable things on social media that people spill out, and I'd be like, is y'all serious?
Somebody will put something on there and it'll be towards someone else, but you're giving somebody game to defeat you. Like, if you really feel that way, you should probably keep that to yourself, because the person that you put it on there for, now they know how to work.
You giving me ammunition.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah.
I'm just
I know. I mean, you giving me all your soft spots and pressure points. Yeah.
So even when you see a post,
that's what I'm saying. You get mad. You get mad when somebody else jabbing you back and hitting you with all of the ammo that you just gave them.
Hey, I just sit back and I just be like,
I'm just a barber, man. I'm just a barber.
Hey, man, you both.
Man, listen, man. I really try to stay in my bubble and focus on me and my family and give as much to them as I can, because I understand that I can't, nor will I try to save everybody, bro. I won't.
You can't.
I'm not. I guess God put some people. You know how nurses are nurses. God give them a certain nurturing and patience, and you know what I mean. Like God didn't put me here to save everybody, man. And if He did, I guess that would be revealed at some point. But
it ain't even that God. I can't even say it's not even meant for you to be here to save everybody. It's just for you to catch the ear of those that are willing to listen.
That's the beautiful thing about truth and information, right? I see people argue with people all the time. One thing about the truth and good information is that all you have to do is set it down. The person looking for it and who it's meant for, they come pick it up. Like, oh shit, I was looking for this. Know what I mean? Instead of trying to force feed it to people who they ain't looking for that, bro. They ain't looking for that. Like this right here, this is a discussion between me and you. And the people who are interested will click and watch and comment and all of that. And the people who ain't, fuck them. Know what I mean? We ain't trying to force feed shit to nobody. Either you're going to take this and you don't even have to agree with everything. Either you're going to take the bits that work for you and utilize it, or you going to you know what I mean, not fuck with it at all, and that's cool too. Either way. But it's wild, man. It's a crazy world, man. I'm really, like Jay-Z said, I'm afraid of the future. Y'all respect the one who got shot. I respect the shooter.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the future, man. It gets scarier and scarier every
day. Every day.
Even when you sit down and have converse with children, and you really see where their minds are, and where their minds are developed, and man, it's scary, bro. Like, whew. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for God, for the generation that I was born in and raised in and got to live and experience. I'm so thankful. I really am, man. I think there will never be there never has and never will be a more gifted and just, oh my God, blessed generation of people, bro, than the ones
because we like right in the middle of both. We like right in that good sweet spot.
Right.
Yeah, we in a good spot.
Right. I saw this one dude. He was saying, he was talking about the children of now, and he was basically saying how these can be the most gifted, the most genius, and also the most dangerous group of African Americans ever placed on this planet. But it can go either way. It could be gifted for our advancement or gifted for our decline. You know what I'm saying? And right now, it's looking like it's on the decline side. It don't look like, but that's our fault too. Well, I'm not a parent, but you know what I'm saying? That's our fault too, because look at the direction we leading them in. These are children who are capable of astronomical things, man. They have everything at their fingertips. Things that we had to go through hoops and jump through, everything is right there, but they can use it to kill themselves, or they can use it to advance themselves. Think of the internet. They can use the internet to do crazy, bro. They can, God.
It's so much information out there, and naturally people draw to the most negative things. So now that there's so much information and everything is available, you're right. It's almost meant it to the point where we destroy ourselves.
Exactly.
And they're going to destroy ourselves because it's too much. It's available. Like ain't nobody. If you got the positive or the negative, they're gonna go straight to the negative things to do. Like it's some of the craziest shit you see on social media.
That's what make it scary, bro.
Yeah.
That's what make it scary, bro.
You want to take the time to look up what are some of the best books to be reading, or how to make a bomb,
or how to kill yourself.
Yeah, how to kill yourself. I mean, most of them gonna draw to the wrong. Like, what makes sense?
I mean, even making a bomb, that could go either way. That could be for good, or that could be for bad. No, but they ain't even looking up how to make a bomb, bro. They looking up how to make the strongest weed to kill yourself, or you know what I'm saying?
That's a bomb. that's a bomb.
I get it.
Self-inflicted bomb.
I get it.
Yeah, it's just, man, it's crazy because it's so much information. It's really scary that it's this much information that's available.
But let me tell you, also, I don't want to take any responsibility off of our men in our community. But when you get to the woman too, it's over. It's over. Cause she the glue. She the glue.
They already got to the women.
I already know that. But that's what I'm saying. They've gotten to the women. And once you get to the women, see, because the women are the last line of protection for the children. So once you done blew through the male, now you got the woman. Even in the animal kingdom, the lioness is a vicious motherfucker when it comes to being about them kids, man. Know what I'm saying? But when you get to her too, it's over for the kids, man. It's over for the babies, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know,
it's almost to the point where even on this podcast, you should just make it go black. It shouldn't even be no outro or no, because ain't shit else to say.
I mean, because it's a forever going.
It's confusing. It's confusing as hell. It's frustrating as hell, and it ain't really even nothing else to say.
Look, you so right. Hey, it's a never-ending story, man. Like the dude with the big dog flying through the sky, man.
Oh, because I know what somebody gonna say. Okay, y'all talked about it all of this, but what's the solutions? Man, nigga, obviously don't nobody know.
The solution is to start with you yourself and as an individual.
It is. I know that, but
I'm telling them.
That's the thing. That's a logical person with a logical mind. That's the
logical answer
solution. But see, somebody who's not logical, they want the solution for everybody. So what we need, man, nigga, listen, God.
Listen.
And I ain't talking about the type of God and shit that y'all sitting around waiting on the miracle. I ain't talking about that shit. I'm talking about all that praying without works is useless.
You damn right. You right about that.
Right. See, you ain't even got nothing else to say.
Hell no, I ain't got nothing to say because it's a never-ending story.
Right.
And like you said, with people talking about what's the solution, I mean, it should be simple. Like, if enough people focus on what they're supposed to be doing as an individual, it will collectively come together and be the solution.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
You got to think of like a watch, right? Think of like the inside of a watch. Every individual piece has to do their part. And if one piece is not working correctly, then the whole watch is useless. It's over. But like, when everybody is doing their job, it all click together and the shit all work right and run smoothly.
It's called a system. It's like your body, your respiratory system.
Yeah.
Like it's a system. Every piece got
because if the heart ain't working, everything else fail. If the kidneys ain't working, everything else fail. Like it all got to be working together and doing this individual. And there's no piece that's more important than the other.
That's the piece. That's it. Listen. So if anybody want to know the solution, that's the solution.
Man.
Hey man, we got to get out of here. We got an hour in. Hey, we coming back. I got some things, so you know when the ones you want to join in on, we can eat. Yeah, man. Glad you was able to join us tonight.
You said who want to join in?
Nah, I said glad you was able to join in tonight.
I thought you said
something. Ain't nobody joining in right now. They'll be joining in next week though, so we'll be good. I got it set. Yeah, man, because I know it's your bedtime anyway. Man, you doing hey, matter of fact, once again, great barber show, Ohio State Barber Expo. And ever since that damn show,
They gotta have a whole show of this. They gotta have a whole separate show of its own too. Like,
yeah, but it's always a shout out because that right there, that shit, like we were saying when it was over, it's still like regrouping from that.
I told you.
It's like I don't even know what particularly.
Don't even know what to do.
Yeah, like yeah, it's like
now you get the time back, and it's like I'm just tired.
Yeah, that's how you just feel tired. I just be feeling tired, like
bro.
But it was definitely a good piece, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Try to tell people, I'm about to drop the official, review post show video. So be looking out for that.
Okay,
it's pretty dope. I just been kind of holding. I've been posting some stuff, but I've been holding on to it.
Man, it's like as soon as you get done, it's like you ready to lay down. I don't know. It was so much mental. And I know if it was a lot for me, and you did more in it than me, so I could only imagine.
Bro,
when everybody talk about trying to do their own shit,
I tried to tell you.
People be talking about doing their own shit. That shit ain't gonna go right.
Like, you don't really understand it till you go through it.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but
But that's what's up. Be looking out. I got a little documentary too. So
okay,
already dropped part 1 of that. So that's going. It's interesting.
Man, and next time, let me know so I can go ahead and pull up, man. And, jump in there, man. You did.
Oh, for sure. Oh, it's still going. It's still
going. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of got an idea what's taking place now. We'll talk about it off the
air. Yeah.
All right, bro, man. Enjoy your night. I hit you.
All right.
All right. Love. Peace.
Yeah. How the hell I get
like that? Yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. We had Case Cuts in the building, man. That's my floating host, man. He always do a good thing. He always got something to speak about, some good food for thought. And he always ready to go to war. Man, I see him. Y'all can't see him, but I see him over there getting that stress reliever off. But yeah, man, everybody have a nice night, man. Peace, love, gratitude. Man, you can check me back out. Check us back out. I should be back in the building probably Monday. I should be back in the building for Monday Mayhem. It's going down. Man, look. And don't take none of this wrong. I want to say everything that took place in Alabama was supposed to take place as far as us sticking together to make sure, we ended up on top. However, I just want everybody to look at that and understand that you got to be prepared for the repercussions. So be prepared for what's going to take place if something takes place or it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, we're really not prepared for that type of war, because we still at war with ourselves. So we got to stop being at war with ourselves before we try to pick a fight with someone else. But when isolated events like that take place, everything took place how it was supposed to take place. And shout out to that young boy that's from across the water, boy. He was putting that work in. And the guy with the chair, hey man, y'all gotta, that chair situation. You remember what I said. It's about to be some white dudes and some people that's, and I ain't got nothing again. I got a lot of white homies, real white homies. Like it's all love everywhere. However, for those of them that are against us, that's what I'm speaking on. It's gonna be some of them that's gonna be swinging the chair. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Don't get too caught up in that chair because that chair got one swing. It take too long to load that chair back up when you dealing with somebody that ain't going. Because we about to cut it, man. We're gonna leave it at that. So peace, love, gratitude, man. We'll catch you back on Monday Mayhem. We up out of here. Hey, I'm about to get up out of here with October Jones. You know we gotta keep October in here.
Nigga, ain't nobody snatching shit off my face. Nigga, I'm from Columbus. What is you talking about?
What'd he say?
Ohio, bitch.
Came off the bench on the black Tim Duncan, thugging and skimming, we trapping and punching. I got some wins, look famous in public, they all in that group chat, but never in person. Let them come show me it's over, it's curtain. I'm out in Texas, been chasing my purpose.